course. Yeah. Yeah, no worries.
Give me some space, yeah?
I told you, yeah. Excellent. The whole damn
I'm gonna let
building.
my blood boil over this situation.
Hey, yo, relax. Cheers to you, mate. Chill.
It's enough input, but then
You saw both shows.
All citizens
Sounds like you were
are
hypnotised
required
out
to
of-
report any unlawful behaviour to Albion personnel.
Hey, careful!
Our friend here is a drone expert. Well, that makes them quite the catch now, doesn't it?
During the scan. What should I do? Hold my breath? Scanning.
That's a rough.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Received. Moving to intercept.
You're listening to the...
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me as always.
I deny everything.
Just a good state of existence. Some good news at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government, none at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here. And actually, say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast, and out tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neuro...
It feels wrong to be sneaking around in here. As if I'm walking through a mass grave. Poor souls.
It's been abandoned for months. So it's a bit hard to see security all over the building that should be undergoing repairs. Seems a bit suspicious, doesn't it?
You've got a point. Bagley, what should I keep my eyes peeled for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
Get moving.
Take this down.
On then. Good, I got you. Jump crop.
What the fuck?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Good God. It's been torn asunder. What is it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
I understand. Working wonders.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back here? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? As in Clan Kelly? Those good-for-nothing gangsters helped bomb the city.
Looks like the Kellys supplied the bomb and were making a delivery.
That woman they were meeting didn't seem like a fellow gangster. Perhaps she was a liaison from Zero Day.
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, dear, can you tell me who was piloting our itsy-bitsy friend?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Fuck me sideways. The cops were watching this go down.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
I'll just put on my moon boots and quantum hop through it then.
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spiderbots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Terrific idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
I understand.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
That's Zero Day's signature.
There, hurry. Got all the delivery.
Finders keepers.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? Just it, we're all on need to know.
My word. So this Zero Day strung along different groups to do their dirty work.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. Zero Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
It's a disgrace. The bloody Met were on the tail of the real bombers and kept the public in the dark. It's irresponsible.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is the Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself in the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice, and...
I deny everything.
That's just a good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government, none at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably... There's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines. Medicine. You can't...
For medicine practice this morning, I've done this in Thorngate into a bowl of breakfast, an outcome of a 12-month course of immunosuppressant, corticosteroids, and
The people claiming they're medical shortages are probably high on...
It looks like Scotland Yard remains in name only. Albion's running the station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Lord, it's a disgrace. Replacing all our bobbies with these jackbooted thugs.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the spider bot will be further in.
Bagley, is that our spider bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you do your scan thing or whatever to find the user?
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
Leave it to me.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spider-bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
What's wrong with Scotland Yard? Who decided they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs? Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests at heart.
If the police could handle their job, Albion wouldn't be necessary. But they can't. The Tone bombing is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops are asleep at the wheel. Well, they're not at the wheel anymore, are they?
I've been around the block long enough to know what kind of people Albion are. They're bloody cowards. They say they're trying to protect us from criminals, and they leave. Really, they're just afraid someone's going to come along and knock them off their high horse. You bet I hope.
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Tell me where I can and can't go. Idiot. Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Give up now.
I've got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
All right.
What was that?
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
Curiouser and curiouser. It sounds like someone was afraid of doing their work in the open.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
To the bug.
May cause nausea,
Auto drive
vomiting
now
and headaches.
enabled.
Hello, Britain. This is the bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself in the head with it in despair. I'm Andy. Joining me, as always,
Auto drive now
Alex
disabled.
and,
I deny everything.
good state of existence. Some good news. No medicine shortages, according to the government. None at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake
Auto
news.
drive now
Trademark.
enabled.
There are none. There are no shortages of. Take it from me.
Auto drive now
from
disabled.
Our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here. And actually, so there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines.
Auto
medicine.
drive
You
now
can't
enabled.
move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast. And out
Auto drive now disabled.
Immunosuppressants, corticosteroids.
Of medicine that they've been. I for one believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week I went in with a
Auto
broken
drive
arm
now
and they
enabled.
suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart. Auto drive now disabled.
We can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like that.
Badly? How can I get in?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spiderbot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
What a chill. It's a good place to give yourself pneumonia.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Sorry, we're fresh out of that. You're going to have to carrot. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not. Or it contains the only medicine. The medicine of British freedom, and the analgesic acknowledgement, however ill you may be, will be keeping an eye on you.
I'm investing heavily in the placebo effect right now. You're listening to the bar.
Oh, yes, I don't sorry, that's because what is the first rule of the third millennium? Someone in power claims something is fake news. What is it? Correct. A 100% star shine, tungsten coated, granite centered, salty fuel useful, scientifically unarguable fact. But surely, do we actually see medicine? If you today got diagnosed with a potentially fatal illness, would you not look around at the nation we've become and think, hey, well, put the life-saving treatment down, I'm going to take this free one-way bus out of here. Now hold that fellow over my face.
I just don't think you should think of it in such a negative way. Don't think of it as a medicine diet. Think of it as a series of healthy lifestyle swaps. Swap out anti-inflammatories for antacids. Swap out the iron lungs for the aluminium lungs. Swap out MRI machines for Mary machines, which is the lady called Mary telling you you're fine.
Obviously, critical sources are as much part of our daily lives as regarding our culture today as things like football, about the weather. In the old days, there were food shortages, there's a lot of positives as well to the food shortages. I do what we can pick up anyway. As a nation, the government gets healthy and live healthier lifestyle. So hard to diet on your own and support a friend or a loved one or a government or a galactic state or something like that. Obviously, too, meat is very bad for the environment. So we're actually rebuilding the polar ice cap every time we use the traffic record. Positive three, human rights story. So there's nothing more to be done with food. We've done that. I was talking to food anyway. I've been listening in my life. If we did the same thing, food done and also, final positive, no more meal times. There's all that extra time to yourself with podcast to help.
Well, let's say people are drawn to novels and everyone had breakfast in one. Why are you going to keep having it again and again?
Well, another story that's come before, all European imports have been banned for public health reasons, which is great news. I mean, people get ill really good. Hopefully, most of the Britain public health reasons. Britain, rabbit, that's all we do. That's all we do in the glory days. Everyone around the head.
Who needs Italian olives when he needs pickled rubber bands and a scoop of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when he can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with euros?
Sam Nettles, Mr. Jeff Fox, that's all we need to do in the glory days. That's all the bug today. The nice good time.
Why not? But don't worry, we're not going to post anything back about a massive unaccounted fire incident. Shut down. Instead, we're going to look at how serve the same stage. And as usual, everyone's going to over the third is death. Ian was a veteran political writer and broadcaster back in the days of free market.
The world we're living in now is actually the world what like large spaces nothing in your life matters. And in this space you are now part of the whole. Part of the same. The only meaning why is the become part of the nation. What is it? You know, right? The nation is basically captured by the leader. The state president. Playing having this sort of access to the soul of the country. It never does. But that's what it goes to. That basis is why control every aspect of your life. Full food, the way you go to hang out with your friends. I mean, what we're seeing now is kind of reiteration process where you get corporations, states, operations, and basically molded in the ground. That's really that rare. That's look at the concentration that operates in life. There are private companies doing those things, making that that's often work. Doing the same now. That's the way they track what you do. That's the way that's they operate on the bottom line.
Charles is the head chef, the dark arts of the bakery, and works in a How did it go through this?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things. Look at Britain, right? There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's manipulated. We haven't looked at how it's structured and the process that lies behind. For example, examine what actually happened. There's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with a big data manipulation company in order to overthrow government, and then suddenly all this different which is trying to speak for what we pay for military to figure out how things were done, but everybody had a feeling that something was really something. So we figured it out. And yet, he was standing there in their face the whole time. There's a couple of different ways we got there. One is a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power companies as well, who are bending things a little, will compromise a little bit, but then move a little bit, and try to achieve what it is that we hope is good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is control in a big way from a lot of little buttons. But also there's this other thing going on here. Gathering of data and analysis of data as a source very
Find the suspect! For fuck's sake!
All of your behavior rather than the money you're spending.
Good Lord. The police have a whole office down here in their little troll cave.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
Do you have any idea who put them onto the trail of the Tone attack?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
First Albion, and now these Kelly thugs. Does anyone want to give it a bloody rest?
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
Now people are being snatched off the streets? Putting a stop to this is why I joined DedSec.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Moving to the hostiles location. Over.
I had them. Where did they go?
This Albion class